Welcome all. My name is Jim Chinoweth. I'm this year's chair of Albuquerque Economic Development, and I am very excited to announce more jobs to downtown Albuquerque. I'd like to thank all of you for coming out, all of our elected officials, all the hardworking members of the media, ready to spread the good news, all of our economic development professionals who helped make today happen, all of the supporters of Albuquerque Economic Development, and then you three guys back there. I don't know who you are, but welcome. We're glad to have you. LSI, one of Chicagoland's fastest growing companies, has picked Albuquerque, New Mexico as their first office location outside of Illinois. Yeah. This financial services contact center anticipates employing over 170 people within the next 3 years. LSI will be leasing approximately 18,000 square feet in Century Plaza here on the 7th floor. And the estimated economic impact of this addition to our business community is $32 million and 6.8 million or 6.5 million in payroll added to our thriving Albuquerque community. We appreciate LSI choosing Albuquerque for this expansion of their dynamic business, and particularly appreciate you sticking with us throughout the long extended process. AED started working on this project in November of 2015. During that time frame, a few years back, my wife had 3 babies between So to say this was harder than a birth, well, I don't know. My wife would have to speak to that. But through good times and bad, you hung in there, and now we all get to claim a grand success for both LSI and Albuquerque. Shout out to Paul Cook with SVN. Used to be Sperry Van Ness, but Paul and his team did a marvelous job in representing LSI with their friends from Avis and Young in Chicago. The building here at Century Plaza was represented by some friends of mine at CBRE, but Paul, you were outstanding to work with and truly did a great job for LSI, so thank you. One of the differentiators that Albuquerque has is how we come together to celebrate job creation. It is top of mind for the people in this room because of the passion we share to see our community thrive. Employment growth equates to opportunity growth for our citizens, and that is the core mission of Albuquerque Economic Development. Thank you, Gary Tonjes, and your team of crack professionals for showing employers like LSI what it is to belong to the Albuquerque business community. You are a gem, and we are truly appreciative of your efforts in selling our story. Thank you. At the lead of this great community is our fearless mayor, Tim Keller. His dedication to enhancing our community is unsurpassed. I give you the Honorable Mayor Tim Keller. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, and it's great to be here in this building, in particular in downtown Albuquerque. You know, we, meaning the city of Albuquerque, has been working on, you know, revitalizing downtown for a long time. And we have kind of big steps and small steps, and it's been a long journey. But I think the amazing thing about it is when I think about when I first met LSI even, what this is now a part of, I think is very important. And it's an important story to tell because I think that once these jobs we're announcing them today, once they're actually here and so forth, here's how this is going to play out. Rough numbers from memory. Across Civic Plaza, in that building over there, we're going to be bringing in about 200 new folks that somewhere in the spring this summer. One building over, diagonally from Civic Plaza, we're going to be bringing in about 750 new employees this summer. And then now here, with this batch of 178, we are at about 1,000 new jobs downtown, like right around Civic Plaza in the last year that are all going to start showing up this summer. This is outstanding. And I got to tell you, in aggregate, I can't really remember when we've had that sort of 4-digit number in recent times. And so when we think about what everyone that I see out here that's with us today, whether you're in the broker community, part of the team, AED, part of Cynthia's team at Albuquerque Economic Development, even our city councilor who's been working on this for at least a decade, 1,000 jobs coming right here, right around Civic Plaza this summer is awesome. That is really, really special. That's right. And so I do want to share a special thank you to LSI. Our courtship process lasted a long time. 3 years, I think, maybe 4 years. But I know I got to participate in the tail end of it. And I learned to really respect, actually. LSI, I think, is a very special company. And it shows by how selective and how patient they are. It's a company that, as Jim mentioned, has chosen us as their first location outside where they started. And they looked at a lot of different options. There was real competition from every city, big and small. And the fact that we won also makes me very proud of our team, everyone that's here today, and of our city. Because I think it's easy for, and sometimes, you know, larger companies to do a quick kind of cost real estate calculation and they make a decision. It's actually a lot different process when you're dealing with someone who is patient capital, patient ownership, and extremely thoughtful and a long-term investor. And so we're very excited about that. And so we want to welcome you to Albuquerque. Thank you, and welcome to the Duke City. We also believe in this concept of one Albuquerque, of coming together to deal with the challenges that we have, also to celebrate our wins like today. And I'm proud to say that I believe you're now part of a downtown public safety district. I think we talked about that early on. It now exists, and we are up and running. And among the other projects that I mentioned, including finishing some more renovations right out your front door on Civic Plaza. Soon there's going to be a swing set there and some more shade structures. And that space is now activated throughout the warmer months. And so I think you're also going to join a community in an area that really is being revitalized and also in many ways reclaiming our core identity in this part of town, something that lifts up the whole state. So I've made this argument time and time again, but I have to keep doing it because I think it's true and it's important to remember. You know, we believe that any major city rises and falls with its downtown. And I think this is proven true time and time again throughout our country. But in New Mexico, this is the only urban center in about 1,000 square miles. And so you are not only investing in Albuquerque, you're investing in the state of New Mexico. And as downtown rises up, I think we're also going to see the city and the state rise up as well. So I want to thank you so much for that. And also mention, it's great to be, I know the owners of the building aren't here. We've got some of their representation, but this building has been under rehab and so forth, and so it is awesome to be in here, see the fresh paint, see the redesign, artwork and furniture is coming, and this is going to be a great office building downtown once again. Thank you so much, and welcome to Albuquerque.
Thank you, Mayor Keller. Now, just out of curiosity, was the swing set a part of the economic development package that got negotiated? Was that?
Since you had 3 kids, they had to make it big. And if it was summer, we would know why we need shade.
Okay, well, you know, it's great coming to these events because you learn something new every time you come to them. Would also like to thank our friends at Bernalillo County. We've got Commissioner Isaac Benton here. Commissioner, counselor, city councilor, yeah. I thought that you switched. Okay.
That's Debbie O'Malley. That other person.
You know, it happens, believe me, it happens.
Politicians all look the same.
So this is your downtown district, is it not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Councilor Isaac Benton, City of Albuquerque, District 1? 2? I was, yeah.
Good guess, that's a good guess.
I thought I had that saved and no. Okay. All right, well, is Clarissa here? All right, she does not get a shout out if she doesn't show up. So with no further ado, the acting Bernalillo County Economic Development Director.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I forgot your name. Marcos Gonzalez is going to speak to you. Thank you, Marcos.
Thank you all. Thank you for this opportunity to speak. Half of Bernalillo County, we want to welcome LSI to Albuquerque, and we are grateful that you're not only, as the mayor said, investing in the city, but in the state of New Mexico and most importantly, Bernalillo County. We've worked together, the city and the county, on many changes to make our downtown area not only promote business growth, but also increase the quality of life. So by your addition, we'll be able to make downtown a great place to live, work, and play. And so with that, I thank you, and I look forward to the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
I could learn a thing or two from Marcos. Yeah. Something about quickness, brevity, yeah. Let's see. Oh, also, before we got too far in, I also did want to thank Cynthia Jaramillo with the City of Albuquerque Economic Development Department. She has been instrumental in the process, so give her a shout out. Anyone else want to shout out before we get, okay. All right, so seeing no other shout outs necessary, we'd like to do the biggest shout out to Dave Brooks with LSI for the wisdom and just overall intelligence that he showed in his decision-making process for choosing Albuquerque, New Mexico. Dave, welcome and thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I'm not sure I like Jim's introduction, but I don't think it would make any difference if I said anything good or bad. So, no, it kind of made me feel bad because LSI is a company of 650 people, and our CEO and I like to keep it thin. We want our employees to have access to the top. We want to make sure that we can make decisions on the fly, and then for Jim to say it took 3 odd years to make a decision just goes against everything I've told our folks. So I'm a little disappointed in us, not you, but you reminded me of that.
Chicago.
No, thank you. Yeah, it's a fast pace in Chicago, only 3 years. But Jim did acknowledge Paul Cook and his assistance to our team. But when I came here and thought I was going on a tour of real estate back in 2015, Paul had arranged for me to meet with some people who I didn't know at the university in the office of the Economic Development Corporation. And when I got there, I think there were about 6 people in this room. And I said, is this all for me? And they said yes. And so I started meeting representatives from the county, representatives from Rio Rancho, representatives from Albuquerque, representatives from New Mexico, the state. And In my trips around the region, I never experienced that anywhere, where everyone came together, state, county, city, wanting a company to come to their state, to their city. And it was truly a team effort. And I can't thank Gary Tonjes enough for all the time he spent educating me on the benefits of being in New Mexico and Albuquerque. So thank you very much, Gary. I do want to thank Mayor Keller, because we met with him last year. I don't think his name was dry on his door yet when he met with us.
Business cards.
And you didn't even have those yet, probably business cards. As a matter of fact, I never got one, so I assume you didn't get any. But I couldn't believe the excitement. He showed up not knowing anything about our company, a little bit about a company that was briefed there to him, but we got a chance to brief him. And he said to us, "We want you in Albuquerque." And our executive team who was with me, because we were narrowing it down, we left very impressed with what we heard in that meeting with Mayor Keller. I do want to also acknowledge a politician who is not in office any longer, and that is former Governor Susana Martinez. I will tell you, she had a fairly good impact on us too when she showed up at our office in Chicago saying, "Why haven't you decided on Albuquerque yet?" And she was very direct. She wanted our business, and it meant a lot to us. So we heard it from top to city, county. It was very impressive to us that it was a joint effort. Now, I heard the term ribbon cutting mentioned, and Dave Schaefer, our contractor, he's guaranteed we'll be in here in another 30 days. As long as we've got it on film, Dave. I just thought maybe I would, he's good, he's that good. But, okay. But let me tell you just a little bit about LSI. LSI was formed 25 years ago under the name Lending Solutions Incorporated, and we deal with financial institutions exclusively. The majority of our clients are credit unions because they deal with consumers. So we tried to educate our staff on giving remarkable service to those individuals we're engaged with on a daily basis. So we spend as a company, a lot of time and a lot of resources training our folks, monitoring our folks, evaluating our folks on a monthly basis on their performance. And I think that's what sets our company apart from many other contact centers that I'm aware of. And we're going to be making that same investment into the residents of New Mexico who come to join our company. We're unique in the sense that we're an employee-owned company, and our employees have a vested interest in the performance of the company because it affects the stock price, which affects their portion of the ownership and the value. So I think we try to get that across to them as well and get them excited about their efforts and their performance. So I can't tell you that July 1st or June 1st, whatever we can do to get our doors open can't come fast enough. And I appreciate everybody here expressing your interests in our company. And we, on behalf of our chairman, Mark Johnson, our CEO, Lee Colquist, we look forward to our ribbon cutting ceremony with you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Dave. LSI is the kind of quality company that we want to bring to our great state and have shared values with. So thank you once again. Let's see. What do I got left? Oh, I get to close the press conference. That's the last thing on the agenda there. So before I close out, right? Yeah. we've got a gift for Dave. Now, I've been told that it's not a cash gift because that would be anti-donation and we can't get into any of that. But on behalf of your economic development team, thank you for choosing
Thank you.
Albuquerque.
I'm honored. Thank you very much.
And with that, are there any questions that I can't answer? Okay, seeing none, once again, thank you for, all of you, for coming out to this great event. Thank you for your interest in having our community thrive, giving our citizens opportunities. Thank you to our economic development professionals and politicians who make all of this possible for our citizenry. And with that, we are now adjourned.